Hello everyone, I am Karuna and I welcome you all to my channel. In this tutorial, we are going to learn about nested list. A list in Python, as you all know, can contain any type of values like integer, decimal, strings, list, tuple or a dictionary. So in simple words, a list containing another list, which can be a tuple or a dictionary, it is known as a nested list. Here are some examples of nested list. The first one contains a list of characters and then a list of integers and some integer elements as its elements. The second example X shows a list containing integer elements with tuple as also one of its element. And in the third example, A contains a string element at the 0th index, which will be accessed in a little different way. Now let's learn how we can create nested list in Python. I am writing a variable L. Let's say I put in some elements like this. Then I put some integer elements inside square brackets. Now 3 and 4 are the parts of one list, which is stored again in a variable L. And then I put some more elements here. Accessing nested list and its element is easy. We are going to see how we can do that using the indexing method. Now in this you can see that 1, 2, 5 and 6 are integer values which can be simply accessed by writing their index like this. So I get 2. Now the list 3 and 4, if considered as just one element, it is present at index 2 in variable L. So 3 and 4 are now shown at L of 2. If you want to access element 4 of this list, then we will be writing L of 2, and again the list has always its index beginning from 0, whether it is nested list or just a simple list. So element 4 is present at index 1. So in this way we can use two index. The first subscript represents the position of the list 3 and 4, and the second index or the subscript represents the position of the element of that nested list. Now let me show you one more example. In this list I'm going to put in some more elements. Some of them are of type tuple, some are integers or some are strings like this. And so let me put this 5 and 6 inside square brackets. Here is my list L1, which is containing variety of elements. 1 and 2 are integers, 3 and 4 are elements of a tuple, hello is a string, and 5 and 6 are elements of a list. So if I write here L1 of 4, then I will get 5 and 6. Now you have already seen how you can access element 5 or 6 of this nested list. If I want to print letter E from the word hello, as we can see that hello word is present at index 3. So in order to access a particular letter from the string, we can write L1 of 3 and then index 1. So this will give me letter E from the list L1. Using the append method, we can add elements to a nested list also. Let's say I want to add more elements now to my list L created above. This is my list and I want to add more elements. So I'll write here L.append. Using the append method, you've already seen how you can add elements. So let's say if I write just 10 here, this is going to add the integer element at the end of the list, which is like this. But if I want to add more elements to the nested list that I've created here, so I'll be writing here L. First, I will mention the index of this nested list, which is 2. Then I'll write here append. Let's say I write 30. So this is going to add 30 to my nested list. The elements will always be added in the end of the list. So here 3 and 4 will get one more element in the end, which is 30. The built-in methods or functions like pop, remove, and del, which is a statement, can be used to remove elements from the nested list. Let's say I want to remove 4. So I'll write here L of 2 dot pop and then 1. So you can see pop method returns the element which has been removed or deleted from the list. So L of 2 fetches this nested list from the variable L, and then I am giving this index to the pop method which will remove element 4 from the list. So here is my list after removing element 4. You can also use the remove and the del statement to remove a particular element from your nested list. Negative indexing we have already used in list as well as in strings and tuples. The same method can be applied to the elements of nested list. Let me write here L of minus 1, a simple method where you can just get one element from the list. Now if we start from the back side, so it's minus 1, then it is minus 2, minus 3, and then minus 4. So this nested list is present at minus 4 index. So I get 3 and 30. Now this negative indexing can be again used in this nested list also. So I'll write here L of minus 4 and then minus 2. This will give me element 3. So if we start from the back side here in this list, the index of 30 would be minus 1 and then this is minus 2. Traversing through nested list is little different as we need to work on the loops that we will be using in our programs. Now let me show you a code wherein I'll be using 2 loops to access the elements of a nested list. Here I'm creating a nested list. Let's say I put in all the elements inside a tuple, and then again I create one more tuple. So here my list variable L contains 3 elements, and every element which is a tuple contains 3 elements inside it. So if I write here for I in L print I, this will print all the elements of the list L in different lines. You can see that. But if I want to access the individual elements of this tuple, then I'll have to use another loop here. For I in L, when loop runs, it accesses the first list which is giving 1, 2 and 3 or the complete tuple in variable I. So now I can write here for j in I. So I becomes a sequence again. I can access individual elements of I using this second loop. Now when I write here print j, so you can see all the elements are shown in the next line. They are no more in the tuple format because the second loop accesses them one by one from each of the tuple which were the elements of variable L. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. If you have any doubts related to the concepts explained here, please feel free to mention in the comment section and I would be happy to help you. If you like the video, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for latest updates. Till then, keep working with smile.